Good evening, college football fans, and welcome to Week 8 of College Football 26 Season-Long Imperialism. This is a momentous episode for my own life, because this is the last episode for a while with this full beard. I haven't completely clean-shaven in over a year and a half, and I'm going to on Sunday for something that you will find out about later. If you scour through my posts, you'll see something. You'll see a little Easter egg that's hinting at something, but I won't tell you anything else about what is coming. I think the thing is going to air on October 31st, or I'll post it on October 31st, Halloween, so you will see it then. But otherwise, you're going to be in the dark about what is on the way. Anyway, we are down to our top 87 teams. We're getting down to the top 80 today. The next game we do is the 50th game of this series so far. We've got two teams that are really battling for the front-runner status. Oklahoma has the largest territory on the map, 4 wins. They're 1 win away from an extra life, and that very well could happen today. James Madison also has 4 wins, 1 win from an extra life. Florida hasn't played a single game yet, but if you look at the map, you'll see they already have an extra life because they won the kickoff invitational back in July. Florida State also has a big territory. Penn State has a pretty big one. BYU has expanded a pretty large amount. Those are the big players, but anybody has a chance at winning this thing. So let's go to the wheel and find out who is at risk next. Let's shuffle it. I'm sure we're at 87. We are. And here we go. On the 50th game of season-long Imperialism, the next team facing the dreaded era is going to be Toledo. It's going to be Toledo. They are finally getting their moment here. Oh. Let's see who they could face. They got Bowling Green, Ohio State, and Michigan, and Notre Dame as the 4 possible opponents here. Let's see where the arrow will take them. It is going to be northeast, and I think that's just going to go straight into Lake Erie. We're going to have to double check that. But that does look like straight up. That's Lake Erie. So Toledo will not play. They will skip for now. We've got another skip here. And we're going to have to spin this again to find our first battle of the day. Still 87 teams remaining. We're spinning this wheel. Who is going next on the 50th game of this tournament? I almost spit out my drink. You've got to be kidding me. Just when I thought I had everything set up, I got to go get changed because it's Maryland playing for the second time, unless, of course, I think they have ocean territory now. They do. Maryland has a very slight chance of dodging their responsibilities here by just jumping straight into the Atlantic Ocean. Please, God, let it happen. No, if only I could be so lucky. This is going to be a battle to potentially give James Madison their 5th win and an extra life. It is Maryland against James Madison. And I need to change. God. It's time. I've got the full outfit on. It is time to see if this is where Maryland's journey ends. Exactly 50 battles into this tournament. Let's get it set up. Oh, God. We're going to have to change the depth chart as well to make sure that Malik Washington is starting, because there is no way we are going to let this game just play out normally. The JMU Dukes plying their trade in the Sun Belt Conference, hoping for a monumental win in this ball game. And they just might get it. Where are they? James Madison. And then I know most of the Maryland players. We're going to pull up the roster anyway. UMD versus JMU. Here we go. The Terps will receive the kickoff. And we're going to try and change the depth chart before this first play even happens to bring Malik Washington into the game. So we'll watch the kickoff, and then make the shift. Here come the Terps. He's going to find a little bit of space and get taken down at the 20-yard line. So let's see who they bring in at quarterback. If it's Malik Washington, then we can just go right back into regular. Nope, it's Justin Martin, so we're going to have to switch this out. And yet I still can't change the coaching. I think it's because it's waiting for the first official play to happen before. There we go. Okay. And I know Maryland's lost a bunch of games in real life, and that's usually an omen for how Imperialism goes, but like, did it really have to happen like this, you know? All right, Malik Washington is into the game. We go to controller select. And there we go. We're just going to run one play here, and then it's going to switch over to the CPU controlling it again. We'll have one run to Nolan Ray. There he goes. And Nolan Ray, uh-oh. Beautiful run for Nolan Ray. I will take that. And now it'll jump back over to regular. We'll watch one play in normal, and then we'll just hop over to Super Sim. Although maybe we can change now. We can. All right, let's see how this goes. Maryland does score at 7-0. James Madison does respond at 7-3. Coming to the end of the second quarter here. It's 7-6. It's 9-7. Maryland's offense is completely gone to sleep. It's 16-14. Stop. Stop. Now they're up by 9. We'll just go slowly. There's the field goal. Maryland has no timeouts left. We're just... we're watching the end here. Malik Washington is not the prince who was promised. He is just another mid-Maryland quarterback because James Madison has made history. It is to my direct chagrin, and it causes me a lot of pain to say this, but Maryland has been eliminated because James Madison has secured an extra life. It is a truly monumental moment in the history of season-long Imperialism. The James Madison Dukes have their 5th win. Let's go to the map and eliminate Maryland. Like, I held no reservations. I knew Maryland was going to lose in this tournament. I was fully confident they were never going to make it far, but I wanted them to make it farther. But it's not what I'm going to get. There we go. And at least it's not Virginia Tech. At least it's a team that I can be happy takes our territory. Bye-bye, Maryland. We have to do one more thing here before we can jump to the next game. We got to copy this little dude. Or just, you know, drag him up. Take the long route. And we'll put James Madison's extra life right there and make it a little bigger so that people can see it. Oh, wait. Gotta erase the border. Are there any other borders we have to erase in order for this to be... I guess not, but it's not really contiguous yet. It will be once the Virginia border is taken away, but right now it's just two separate territories. But they do share one. That little border right there means that those two things do overlap, unfortunately. Let's jump over to the wheel. And we gotta knock Maryland off of it. I can never escape the inevitable defeat of my Terrapins. I have never seen an Imperialism where Maryland wins, and I likely never will. We're down to 86. James Madison, we're gonna put the one up next to their name so you can see it. Oh, okay. Actually, we're not going to count this wheel spin because I didn't shuffle. So it's Northern Illinois, but we're going to redo this and try again. There we go. 51st battle of this tournament. Who's next? The Colorado State. It's going to be returned out to the Rocky Mountain region of this map as Colorado State returns to the fray. I'm just going to pop up here. They do have a lot of wide open space above them. And you got Wyoming, you have Iowa State, Missouri, Kansas, and Air Force and Colorado as possibilities, but they could just go north and claim South Dakota. Very, very possible. Let's pull up the arrow and see if that is the case. That's going to be southeast, and that is Kansas. So this is going to be a big moment for the Rams. It could be another Group of 5 over Power 4 upset here as the Rams will take on the Kansas Jayhawks for one of the largest territories on the map. Big, important moves on the map with these first two games. It's our second straight battle where both teams have already played in the tournament. And we got to change the lighting here. Just barely. Let's do this. For the Jayhawks. Rock chalk, baby. As we are back in the great state of Kansas for another battle. Jayhawks enjoying their last year with a good quarterback. Colorado State probably the same way. We are here at David Booth, Kansas Memorial Stadium to see what happens with this next great contest in our great imperialism tradition. Kansas will kick off. Colorado State will start with the football. And we'll see what the Rams can do. It's going to be not a great return, only to the 19-yard line as Braden Fowler-Nicolosi gets things started for the Rams. Let's see how this first play goes. Fowler-Nicolosi in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Immediately under pressure. He's hit as he throws, and that is going to be incomplete. As we will go not to Super Sim because it's a turbo offense. All right. It'll be cool in the late game, but it's frustrating right now. Because not even an incomplete pass slowed them down. It's a decent run to the outside, and then he's going to be taken down. Let's see if we can... No, we can't. It's so quick. They don't give you any time to jump to Super Sim. Fowler-Nicolosi on 3rd and 8. Kansas' defense trying to make the stop. Gonna send a man outside. Fowler-Nicolosi under pressure. Hit. Got the throw away, and that is somehow dropped. He almost held onto that one, but it's going to be a punt. And still nothing. They went turbo into a punt formation, which is breaking physics, but who cares? There's the fair catch. And now they're showing an unskippable cutscene. Still can't go to Super Sim. We're in the second drive of this game. I don't want this stream to drag on, y'all. Daniels. Waits. Throws. Short. It's going to be caught. That'll be a 6-yard gain. I still can't go to Super Sim. At this point, I don't know if I ever will. We have to go the full length of this ball game without ever stopping once. Daniels hands it off to number 4. He is going to pop outside. There is a flag on the play. I think that is going to slow it down enough for a super sim, potentially. Still no. Because the flag has to be called and then reset for 2nd and 14, but I think they're going to jump to the line immediately. I can't stop this. Running back is LaShawn Williams. They're going to fake to number 9. Daniels waits, avoids the pressure, throws outside. It's going to be caught, and he is going to step. No, he's not going to step out of bounds. I still can't go to Super Sim. This is really frustrating. On one hand, I'm glad they fixed the glitch for no huddle, but on the other hand, I can't stop this. Daniels waits, throws short on 3rd and 7. It's going to be caught, but he cannot get to the first down. Can we go Super Sim now? No, of course we can't. So it's going to be another punt. This is going to drag on and on and on. There goes the kick. Yeah, we dropped right there. We still can't go Super Sim. You know what? I'm just going to go controls. Nope, not controls. Controller select. We have to control a team in order to be able to do this. There we go. So it's 7-0 Kansas. And now they're starting to take control. It's 10-0 Colorado State on the ropes. Can they respond at all? No, it's 19-0. Yeah, they're not going to score in this game. 22-0, 29-0, 29-7. They get a garbage time touchdown, and that is your ball game. Kansas obliterates Colorado State, and they now control both Kansas and Nebraska and a teensy little bit of Colorado. It's a very frustrating viewing experience with that turbo offense. All right, let's go to the map. There we go. In Colorado State, you got a nice win over Nebraska, but your luck against Power 4 teams ran out right there. Bye-bye. There we go. Okay, let's make this logo bigger. We can really give Kansas some real estate here. Down here and just go way up. Put them in the corner and then just... No, it's the biggest I can go. So there we go. Kansas has an absolutely massive territory now, rivaling that of Oklahoma. As we go to eliminate Colorado State from the wheel. Here we are, 85 teams left. We're going to shuffle for our third battle of the night. Who is going next now that Maryland and Colorado State are both gone? We go to NC State. No, it's Arkansas State. This is a big one. The Red Wolves famously beat Arkansas in their only game of the tournament thus far. And now they must play again. And they have a wide variety of teams they could play. None of them are good options except if they go north. Because you got Missouri State right there, one of the worst teams in the country. You have Ole Miss to the right, Mississippi State to the southeast, Sam Houston State to the south, and then SMU and Oklahoma finishing things off. So let's see where the arrow will send them. That's going to be southeast, and I believe that's Mississippi State, but there's a tiny chance it's Ole Miss. We got to zoom in order to verify this. All right, so we got both of them here. I'm going to stick that right in the middle, and that is close, but it is Mississippi State. So this is now our third consecutive battle of this episode where both teams have already played. We are really slicing away at a lot of the interesting storylines of this tournament as we set the lighting. It's as close as we can get to Mississippi State's colors. I've tried. It is hard to approximate that, trust me. Like, I could go gray. Is there a decent gray option? There might be a good gray option. Hold on. Energize. This is about as good as we can do for Mississippi State. We'll go with that. So let's get this game set up. All right. Ring those cowbells, baby. The Mississippi State Bulldogs are playing a home game. They ply their trade in the almighty SEC. They never get the respect they deserve, but today they can stamp out a group of 5 Cinderella story and stake their claims a true heel of Season 2 of Season-Long Imperialism. We will see if Blake Shapen and the Mississippi State Bulldogs can take down Jalen Naylor and the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Here comes the kickoff. The Bulldogs will get the ball first. I'll pull up these rosters real quick because I have a feeling this might get interesting. I'm hoping that Arkansas State can hold their own in this ballgame. Going to be a little bit of lag because there's like 8 people downstairs. And here comes Blake Shapen and the Mississippi State offense getting ready to roll here. Arkansas State, of course, already beat the Arkansas Razorbacks in their opening game. Mississippi State beat Louisiana Monroe. Shapen with his first play, handing it off to number 6, and he is dropped to the backfield for a loss. Devin Curtis with the tackle, and that will take us straight to Super Sim. Let's see if the Red Wolves can keep this close. It's 3-3. Arkansas State cannot take the lead, and it's 10-3. That was their chance. They failed on a goal line stand. The game's so close, we're tied. We're just going to go by single plays until we get to about 4 minutes, and then we're jumping straight into this one. I want to watch some actual action here. All right, let's jump in. 3:38 to go. Mississippi State is in field goal range. It's 2nd and 8. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Rosters are pulled up. Shapen on 2nd and 8. Points out a blitzer. He takes the snap, throws quickly. That is going to be caught. Not for a first down yet, though. Shapen has not had a good passing day. That was Aiden Williams with the catch. And I believe it was number 31 making the tackle once again. I could be wrong with that. 31's not even on their active roster. Whatever. 3rd and 3. Biggest play of the night. Shapen sends a man in motion, fakes the pitch, hands it off on the inside. That is going to be just barely a first down. Kobe Keenum is hurt on the play, so that will stop the clock, but I believe it was Fluff Bothwell getting the carry to give Mississippi State a crucial first down. Shapen in the gun on 1st and 10. He drops back, throws short, caught by number 0, and he is flattened after a short gain. Nothing doing on that play. Arkansas State desperately hoping for a stop and to salvage some of this clock because I think it's about to drop down. No, it won't. Mississippi State is not chewing clock yet. They probably should. Yeah. Here we go. Shapen sends Reed in motion, fakes the push pass. No, it is a push pass to Reed, and he is dropped for a loss of 1. That is a fantastic tackle by number 12. Marcus Bradley making the play for Arkansas State. And one more 3rd down stop will give Arkansas State the ball back. It'll give Jalen Naylor one more opportunity to solidify his legacy with 2 SEC Imperialism upsets. The 2-minute timeout has been reached. It is 3rd and 8. What is going to happen tonight? Shaping in the gun. He waits. He's under pressure. He rolls out, throws short. It's going to be caught, but he cannot get the first down. Aiden Reed makes another catch, his 5th of the ball game, most of them on this drive. But with 1:55 to go, Arkansas State calls their first timeout, and Mississippi State will attempt a 38-yard go-ahead field goal from number 80. It's Kyle Ferry for the lead. The kick is up, and it is good. Mississippi State takes the lead at home. You've got an injury there for number 10 on Arkansas State. That is DeMarcus Hendricks, who's down with an injury. But defensive injuries don't matter at this point. They will be wiped away if they win. And all that matters right now is whether Jalen Rayner can step back onto the field and become an Imperialism legend. It's a good return to the 26-yard line. Arkansas State needs about 44 yards. Can they pull it off? Rayner sends his running back in motion. He drops back. He's immediately under pressure. Throws short. Caught by number 7. Can he get to the first down? Yes, he can. And that will stop the clock momentarily. A fantastic catch by Corey Rucker. Gives him a little bit of a reprieve. Neither offense is running turbo, which means that this extra clock running is going to be a major factor going forward on this drive. Rayner brings everybody up to the line. He's going to throw again. Another quick throw. It's going to be caught. Will not get the first down this time, so that's going to drop another 15 seconds off the clock. That was Tyler Little making the catch for Arkansas State. And that amount of clock running off hurts unless they can go really, really quickly and turn this into a touchdown drive. In which case, those 15 seconds running off is a boon for the offense. Rayner drops back, throws deep. That's going to be caught for another first down. It's Tyler Little again. And they're going to call their first timeout. I don't fully understand that. You would think they want to run a little bit more time off the clock. They're close to field goal range now. They need about 10 more yards to really believe in themselves. Rayner drops back, throws long, somehow caught on the play by Corey Rucker, his second catch of the drive. He splayed out, landed on a defender's back, and made the catch with 59 seconds to go. Arkansas State comfortably in field goal range now, but they have to keep moving forward. That's also a reference to something else. Rayner drops back, throws deep. That ball is caught at the 5-yard line. 45 seconds to go. Nana Burris with the catch. And Arkansas State's going for the win, just like I hoped they would. Come on, boys. Come on, you Red Wolves. Take him out. Earn your legacy. What will you sacrifice? Rayner end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Number 2 with the catch. I think we'll get his name because he's not listed on the roster anywhere. An unbelievable drive. 75 yards in just under a minute. Jaquez Cross, the running back, is the guy who makes the catch for the go-ahead touchdown. And the only downside is that you left just a little bit too much time on the clock. 34 seconds and 3 timeouts. But if they make this extra point, Mississippi State will need to score a touchdown. It's going to be Clune Van Andel onto the field to give Arkansas State an all-important 4-point lead. Here we go. Van Andel's kick is good. So here comes Blake Shapen and Mississippi State once again. And honestly, I know they have the home game. I know they've had a decent year in real life. But I am rooting for the Red Wolves right now. There goes the kick. He's going to be taken down at the 15-yard line. Arkansas State is 31 seconds away from being officially crowned as the 2025 Imperialism Cinderella. Shapen throws a quick screen outside of number 8. He's going to be caught, and he'll be taken down inbounds. Mississippi State is not going to call a timeout. They're not calling a timeout. This could end the game. They don't know. They're not aware the 15 seconds are running off completely against their will. They did not call a timeout. 12 seconds to go. This might be the last play of the ballgame. And finally, they call a timeout with 11 seconds to go. They're going to have to throw a Hail Mary, or else the season is over for Blake Shapen and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. They line everybody up. Chapin throws deep. You've got to be kidding me. The pass is caught. Timeout. 7 seconds to go. We're not done here. So it's 1st and 10. Chapin with 7 seconds to go. They have 1 timeout left. He's got to throw as fast as possible. That's going to be caught with 2 seconds with 1. And they've got 1 play left. 2nd and 6. They're just barely in Hail Mary range. This game is going to end on a desperation heave to the end zone by Blake Chapin. Will he be able to get the throw off? Can he make it to the end zone? All these questions and more will be answered right now. Let's see how this game ends. Chapin drops back, throws deep. It is going to be knocked away, and Arkansas State pulls off their 2nd upset of the tournament, baby. And this is insane. Look at all this red. So much red. Oh my God. Oh, it's because we got the Arkansas State logo up here. You've got to be kidding me. Jalen Rayner, 236 passing yards, the game-winning touchdown. And we are just bathed in red right now. There's the throw that did it. Crashing into the end zone. Jennings could not make a significant enough tackle. They walk off the field victorious once again. Arkansas is gone. Mississippi State is gone. And Arkansas State is the reason for both. Let's go to the map. And in order to have proper rendering, we're just going to cut out of this real quick. Hold on. It was at 4.7 gigabytes already because they added a 2nd place for ads on the Pixlr website, which I just love. I love it so much. Sarcasm, obviously. Yeah, the rendering stuff here is just insane. Let's zoom in here. Grab this red. Pop it over here for Mississippi State. And Bulldogs, you won a game. You knocked out Louisiana Monroe, which I'm sure nobody really enjoys because everybody loves watching Louisiana Monroe. And then you lost to Cinderella. That is your legacy. Bye-bye. Which makes my face even redder right now. It's crazy. Go. And I think, no, I can't expand the logo at all because it just gets stuck on the Ole Miss border. So the Red Wolves logo will remain the same here. Let's go to the wheel. Let's shuffle and get started. Who is going to play in game number 53? As LSU know, we are going back to the North Carolina Supercluster, getting rid of all of them quickly. Could this be James Madison again? I don't think they have much of a choice here, because most of their border is James Madison. It also could be Bill Belichick and UNC, or it very slightly might be Coastal Carolina. Let's get the arrow here, because James Madison might play twice in just a couple days. Spin the arrow. Oh my God, the Dukes get incredibly lucky, because that is going to be North Carolina instead. So we're going to have to change the lighting here. Oh, right there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Chapel Hill, let's get things started. Somehow I don't think we're going to need these rosters because I think NC State's going to roll, but we'll pull them up regardless. Here come the Tar Heels. We'll just live in a world where they actually did fire Belichick when all the speculation said they were going to, and say that that's the interim head coach leading him out there. As the Wolfpack will take him on. It's a true rivalry game. You can hear the boos already. As the NC State Wolfpack comes running out here, hoping to eliminate their unworthy rivals here in this ball game. Let's see. It's C.J. Bailey at quarterback for NC State and Gio Lopez at quarterback for North Carolina. Here comes the kickoff. And we are underway in Chapel Hill. The return is going to pop out to the 19-yard line. And that is where Gio Lopez and the Tar Heels will get started. We'll do one play and then jump it straight to Super Sim. NC State won the last matchup, but that was before most of their team transferred out. So here's Lopez on first down. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out, has a little bit of space. That's going to be caught by number 19, but only for 4 yards as we go to Super Sim here. Tar Heels take the lead. A 6-point lead. A 13-point lead. NC State can do nothing. They finally kick a field goal. 20-3, and this is going to be a shocking, truly shocking upset. 27-3. The North Carolina Tar Heels win this game 27-11, and they will take NC State's territory. I wonder if the Patriots will be allowed to show that on social media. North Carolina gets their first conference win for Bill Belichick, and of course it's in a video game that he refuses to be in. Let's go to the map. UNC gets their first ever Imperialism victory. There we go. NC State, I mean, come on. I was expecting better from you, man. You got to show up in those games. Bye-bye. Go. Just get rid of all of that. And just expand this way up. There's the new and improved logo. Can it fit here while getting bigger? I think it can. Go there and then just pop it up. Yeah, there is the new. Oh, wait, no. God, I have no idea where to put this logo. There's so many places where they can expand. Yeah, because they're fully within the border right here. We're going to pop them there. Expand right there. That's going to be where they have their biggest logo. So there we go. Only 3 North Carolina teams left, which if you watched last year would be a crazy admittance. Now we got to knock NC State off the map. Or the wheel. Back up to the wheel. 83 teams remain. We got 3 games left tonight. Let's shuffle and keep it going. Who is going next? Just shocking elimination after shocking elimination tonight. And now we go. And the eyes of Texas are once again on the Longhorns. They played last episode, and now they have to go back into the fray. And folks, our 5th battle could be the Red River rivalry, which we just saw in real life. Or it could be TCU, Texas A&M, or Texas State. Let's get the arrow out and find out where Arch Manning will travel. It's not Oklahoma. It's going to go straight into Mexico. Texas will not play. They joined Toledo with avoiding some battles early on in this tournament. No, we're in the thick of it. We're not early on anymore. Anyway, let's shuffle this wheel again. Texas gets a reprieve. They're loving that new ocean territory that they stole from UTEP. Who's going next? Is it Georgia? Is it Tulane? Is it TCU? We will stay in the Lone Star State TCU. We'll find out their opponent. They are landlocked. They have to play. It's either North Texas, SMU, Texas A&M, or just barely it might be the Longhorns. Or it's Oklahoma. Also a very likely possibility. Here we go. No way. There is no way that is Texas. You've got to be kidding me. I think that might be. So we're going to pop this up. We're going to put this right in the middle of the C, and that is Texas A&M. Okay. So, I mean, maybe they wouldn't call themselves lucky because the Aggies are a better team in real life right now. It's TCU versus Texas A&M. Here we go. It's another night game. It's another SEC contest. As the Texas A&M Aggies will play at Kyle Field for the first time in this tournament. They bring out their incredibly stacked roster, currently ranked as the number 4 team in the country and the number 1 team in the SEC. Holding up the reputation of the conference for everybody else to see. As they play their famous fight song, run out onto the field. And take on a sneaky good Big 12 opponent in the TCU Horned Frogs. And we'll have to see who is able to hold on for the victory here. And take over one of the largest territories in the Lone Star State. Texas A&M will kick off. TCU will have the ball first in this ball game. We are underway in College Station. Try to shift past the first guy, and he's taken down the 15-yard line. We will see one play for the TCU offense, quarterbacked by Josh Hoover, the junior. Stepping in, he's got 92 throw power, a decent play action rating. He is a serviceable quarterback who might be able to hold his own against one of the biggest stadium pulses in the world. Hoover hands off to 26, tries to swing it outside, and he is decked on the play by number 1. That's Bryce Anderson making the stop for Texas A&M as we go to Super Sim. Texas A&M gets the ball back, and I think it's a pick 6. They just got credited with 2 touchdowns back-to-back. It's 14-zip, 17-zip, and this game is essentially over. Nothing for TCU. Absolutely nothing for them. It's another shutout. We've had so many of those in this tournament. 27-0. Texas A&M gets their second victory of the tournament in emphatic fashion. The Horned Frogs are out. There's some more wide eyes as we will go to the map. Texas A&M. A statement victory if I've ever seen one. There we go. And TCU. Bye-bye. Go like that. On the right layer here. There we go. And we can expand that logo just a little bit. There's not much else we can do. That's probably the biggest we can make it in their current spot. So now, that is a circle of death. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Texas. All in that little southern corner. It's time to eliminate the TCU Horned Frogs from the wheel. They're right there. That was easy. This is shuffled. Let's do it one more time for luck. There we go. Who's going next? Just 2 battles to go tonight before we are down to our top 80. The next team is the Wisconsin Badgers. It was almost Eastern Michigan, but it will stay with Wisconsin. And they don't really have any opportunity to like jump into League of Michigan unless the wheel points to Western Michigan, in which case they would not play. Regardless, they have Minnesota, Central Michigan, Northwestern, Northern Illinois, and Iowa as possibilities here. Let's bring up the arrow and see what happens. That's going to be Northwest, and because of the shared border, oh, it's close. We're going to have to check here. It's right dead center, and that is Minnesota. So we're getting a Big Ten showdown here. The Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Let's get it set up. W's against the M's. Flip it around. It's either Mermaid Man or W for Wumbo. Strike up the band. We are going north. As the Minnesota Golden Gophers hope for a long boat journey here in season-long Imperialism. As they face one of their biggest rivals, the Wisconsin Badgers, who are not good this year. They got trashed by Maryland, who ended up not being a good team, so tells you all you need to know about these Badgers. We'll see if they can reverse their fortunes, though, just like UNC did earlier tonight. There goes the kick. Wisconsin will start with the football. It's not a good return, taken down at the 11-yard line. Bad start for the Badgers. As Danny O'Neal, no, it's Billy Edwards Jr. stepping out to start. For them, I believe he's injured. But we can't see the injury report in the step chart for some reason. We used to be able to. Billy Edwards Jr. in the shotgun. He takes the snap, tosses outside. It's going to be caught by number 2, and he will be taken down, and that'll take us directly to... There we go. I thought I was going to have to go through some pause BS once again. $7-0 Minnesota, 14-0 Minnesota, 14-6, but they missed the extra point, 17-6. Can Wisconsin keep it close? The answer to that question is no. It's 20-6. Oh my God. Back-to-back crazy touchdowns. They get an interception, a return for 46 yards, and then Wisconsin ties the game. So we're back. Wisconsin's going to kick it off. Minnesota will return. 2:31 to go. We've got ourselves a Big Ten football game, folks. PJ Fleck and the Golden Gophers just blew a 14-point lead against the Badgers. Horrible throw by Minnesota's quarterback, I believe. I don't even know who their quarterback is. They've got 4 on the depth chart. We'll see which one steps out here as we get started. I believe he only has 1 digit. That's going to be Drake Lindsay starting for the Gophers. He fakes the push pass. Hit and sacked. Preston Zachman. A great name there with a phenomenal sack. Loss of 7. And now Minnesota is in deep, deep trouble. They're back at the 13-yard line. They need to try and move the ball, or else Wisconsin will get it with a short field, all their timeouts, and all the momentum in the world to pull off the craziest comeback of this tournament so far. Although I think somebody came back from 17 down. Here we go. 2:06 to play. Lindsay hands it off. He's got a little bit of space to the 20, to the 25. It's a beautiful run, I believe, by Fame Ijeboy. Boy, yeah. So it's 3rd and 3 as we hit the 2-minute timeout. Biggest play of the night for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Drake Lindsay sends the troops to the line. Drops back under pressure again. Throws short. Caught. And it will not be a first down. Lindsay was hit as he threw the ball. It sailed on him, and the receiver could not stay in bounds. I mean, you can argue he was sticking the ball out, but I think his foot might have stepped out before he fully extended it. And they're going to, oh my God, they're punting the ball on 4th and 1. Sure, they're in their own territory, but come on, man. There's the fair catch. And they just got to hope their defense can come up with a stop. They are tired out there. So here's Billy Edwards Jr. handing it off. It is a good run up the middle by number 25. It's Cade Yakimelli with the run. This would be a truly insane comeback for Wisconsin if they're able to pull it off. They're comfortable with the 8 o'clock run. They're not calling a timeout yet because they just want that field goal. Edwards throws deep, caught another Wisconsin first down. Billy Edwards with 270 passing yards. He's flirting with a rare 300-yard Imperialism game. He might be able to pull it off if he gets one more deep completion. Wisconsin still not in field goal range. They still haven't called a timeout. 1:15 to go. Press cards at the top of your screen. Edwards looks to the other side. He makes the catch, and he's taken down. And we have an injury timeout. Devin Eastern goes down with an injury, and Minnesota is forced to call a timeout there. That kind of saves Wisconsin because I don't think they were going to call a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 6. And here come the Badgers. Edwards throws short, going to be caught by number 11. It's another first down for Wisconsin, and they are into field goal range. That is the tight end, number 11, Tucker Ashcraft, making the catch for the Badgers. 57 seconds to go. And they did call a timeout. They got to get a little closer before they're really confident about this field goal. They hand it off. They run the ball. And what the hell happened there? What? He must have kneeled or something because he juked outside and they said he was down. That has to be a glitch. I have to watch that back later to figure out what the hell just happened. 2nd and 11. 30 seconds to go. They run the ball again. 25 is dropped in the backfield. They finally call a timeout. 29 seconds to go. Minnesota might be able to pull off a defensive stop to force overtime here. Edwards drops back. He's going to throw deep. That is going to be caught. There is a flag on the play. I think it's going to be pass interference. But this catch is going to count. 3rd and 13, 26 seconds to go. They do get a first down by accepting it, though, and they will. 26 seconds to go. They keep their timeout, and they get to move a little bit closer. Edwards drops back, throws quickly. It's going to be caught, and they're not going to call their timeout yet. And this could be a mistake. They might go chew clock here and run it all the way down to 0 by mistake. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. I don't like the way this looks. I think they're going to go to overtime. No, they're just going to line the field goal right up. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Here's the kick. And they're going to call their last timeout. It's Nathaniel Vakos with a game-winning field goal attempt, the first of this tournament from 42 yards out. Snap, hold, kick is good. Wisconsin pulls off a legendary comeback to win Paul Bunyan's axe and take Minnesota's territory from them. The Badgers celebrate. They're parading it all around this beautiful Minnesota stadium, chopping down the goalpost. What a great win for this moribund school. Billy Edwards Jr., 291 passing yards and a score. An absolutely phenomenal game for him. There's the play to Ashcraft, which gave him the first down. The pass interference gave them life and the opportunity to run out the clock. As we go back to the map. There we go, Minnesota. I mean, you blew a lead. It's just pain. I'm sorry, man. Bye-bye. Go over here. Go. The question is, I think that belongs to Michigan, so we're going to give them that island to keep. Expand this further up. Right here, is there anywhere else where this W can go and fit? No. So that'll be where Wisconsin stays. And that is a very advantageous spot on the map. Most of their territory is just empty space right now. Let's go and eliminate Minnesota from the wheel real quick. There we go. Let's shuffle one last contest. It is game 56. It is a marathon of a tournament. Who battle Next, it is going to be the Stanford Cardinal, an incredibly unlucky spin. They have the smallest territory on the map. And they do have some ocean, but it could be either Cal or San Jose State here. Let's see if Stanford will be forced to play. I know those Cardinal fans out there will not be happy with this one unless it goes west. And it does. Stanford will avoid playing just like Texas and Toledo did before them today. So we got to spin the wheel again. Who's the last team going to be? Is it Iowa State? Yes, it is. We're going back out to the Midwest once again. And this very well could be the fated Battle of Iowa. Also could be Kansas, Missouri, or Wisconsin. Let's see where the arrow will take them. That's going to be southeast. And I believe that's Iowa, but we're going to have to double check here. Yeah, that's Iowa. So we will finish this one out with another fantastic game. It is the Battle of Iowa. Let's update the colors here. There we go. Make it fully yellow instead of red and yellow for Iowa State. Got to make sure that is set in stone. The battle for the Cyhawk. It is game number 56. It's a major moment in an episode that has been full of fantastic episodes. It's going to be one of our longest episodes of the season. And here come the Hawkeyes. Running out past the Children's Hospital. Just make sure to give it a wave because we're going to skip right past that tradition. Or should we? I don't think we should. I think we're going to go one play at a time. And then we're going to jump in, wade to the Children's Hospital, and then we'll sim the rest of it. That is going to be the plan. Because I make the rules. Iowa State was just knocked out of the top 25 in real life after just really a disappointing loss. Iowa will start with the ball. It's Big 10 versus Big 12. He is taken down at the 22-yard line. So here comes Iowa's new quarterback, Mark Gronowski. He was supposed to bring a new brand of offense, but no, it's just going to be the same plodding look with a bunch of incredible tight ends like Hayden Large. So here is the first play for Iowa. Gronowski hands off to Moulton. Moulton is dropped. And we're just going to go one play at a time here until we get to... Oh, hold on. There we go. Three 0 Iowa State. We're just going to watch the rest of these 45 seconds until we get to the second quarter. Yeah, because the clock is running right now. Iowa State marching, looking for their second score of the game. The Iowa fans getting antsy. This could be the end of their tournament. They had a fantastic run with a huge logo in last year's tournament, mainly because they won this game. Fake handoff throw to the outside. Number 18 makes the catch, and he's taken down with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rocco Becht already close to 100 passing yards on the day. And that very well might be the last play of the quarter. And we're going to turn the game volume all the way up here so you can hear the background audio. Becht in the last play of the quarter. Waits. Throws to the end zone. That's going to be almost intercepted. But that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. I love that they put this in the game, man. I mean, you just gotta, you know? Great. All right, let's take this to Super Sim. Nope, we gotta watch more play. Becht hands it off. No, he's gonna keep it himself and get dropped. He lost the ball, recovered by Iowa. And that's what you get for watching the cancer wave. Sorry, the wave to the children's hospital. That's such a horrible way of referring to it. Iowa gets a massive red zone turnover. And we can't go to Super Sim yet. I think we can go to it now. Jaden Montgomery, I think, gets the recovery there. No, he forced the fumble and somebody else recovered it. Huge, huge play for Iowa. But now they're backed up at their own 5. Gronowski hands it off. There's going to be some space there. The 10 to 15, 20. Beautiful run by Kamari Moulton. And the Hawkeyes have found life. Bell with the tackle. And yeah, now we're going to go Super Sim and see how the rest of this game plays out. Cyclones go up 6-0, 9-0, 9-7, 10-9. We're keeping it close, 17-9. Stop. We're going to jump in and watch the rest of this thing. The battle for the Cyhawks is going to come down to the wire. 1st and 10. Cyclones just 25 yards away from a potential game-tying touchdown. They trust Rocco Becht. He's a level-headed, true quarterback from the place that birthed Brock Purdy. Hands it off. That's going to be a beautiful run, 20 to the 15, and he's taken down another Iowa State first down. Carson Hansen, only 46 rushing yards, but he's adding to that total on this all-important drive for the Cyclones. Beautiful blocking by the offensive line, going back downfield to make a perfectly legal hit. With 3:39 to go, it is 1st and 10 in the red zone, right back where they fumbled it. Becht sends a man in motion. He fakes the handoff, wants to go to the end zone. He's hit and sacked. Jeremiah Pittman, number 55, crashing in there past the interior blocking to make a crucial sack there. So here's 2nd and 15, 3 minutes to go. This suddenly got a lot more difficult. They hand it off to the running back, Hansen, who just slowed down and was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's going to make for a really tough 3rd and 10. And, you know, realistically, they could kick a field goal here and, like, try and make a defensive stop, but I don't know if you want to give the ball back to Mark Gronowski. Iowa's offense has looked great today. Or passable, at least, which is great for them. Becht to the end zone. On 3rd down, it's going to be a floater ball. That is going to be dropped. It's dropped, knocked away by number 2, TJ Hall, making the play for Iowa. And you can't really tell whether that was a knockdown or just a straight drop by the receiver. We can't see the replay to find out. And they are going for it. Oh, boy. Oh, Lord. 4th and 10. Becht, under pressure, waits, still waiting, floats it. It's the exact same play. He tries it again, and this time it's caught for the touchdown. Xavier Townsend was given a second chance, and he didn't mess this one up. Iowa State is a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game. And this is not the end of the game here. I think if they miss this, they can try and get the ball back here with a decent shot, you know, at recovering possession here. Shine in his shoes. Big time celebration for the Cyclone fans that made the short little journey across this corn-covered state. And here is the 2-point conversion. They're going for Dose. Becht to Hansen. He fakes it, runs it himself. A horrible angle by number 41 for Iowa. Oh my God, that was abysmal. Not even on the roster. That was so bad. But Iowa State ties the game. Iowa will get the ball back. 2:28 to go. And we are still rolling, folks. There goes the kick. Return to the 10 to the 15. And he is taken down. That's Weechin, I believe his name is. I think I learned how to pronounce that last year. I forgot. So we have quarterback draw for Gronowski. He doesn't get very far. It'll be 2nd and 7. They are basically content to let that run down to the 2-minute timeout. What is his name? Yeah, it's a 2-minute timeout. They just let it run all the way down. 21. K, that's his name. Doesn't help me much. Can I get a pronunciation here? No. The throw to the outside is going to be caught by number 6, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Weegan, that's what it is. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Hawkeyes. And they don't want to give the ball back to Iowa State here. You got to try and convert here and potentially send it to overtime where you have another chance. Gronowski, under pressure, throws deep, caught by number 6, another Iowa first down. Seth Anderson with the catch for the Hawkeyes. And now they are much closer to field goal range of the 39-yard line. A true game changer of a catch for Iowa. As Moulton goes out in motion. It's going to be an empty set for Gronowski. Only a 3-man pressure. He throws long. That is going to be knocked away by the Iowa State defense. A fantastic play there by Jamison Patton, the nickelback, making the stop. 92 seconds to go here. And here comes Gronowski once again. The Iowa offense has to deliver here. They have no choice. Gronowski throws short. It's going to be caught. It's a short completion out to, I believe, it might have been Caden Weegan. Or it's Hayden Large, the tight end. But it's 3rd and 4. They're going to let the clock run despite the fact that they have 3 timeouts. They're playing conservatively here. Because they don't want to give Iowa State too much of a chance. Gronowski on 3rd and 4. Season on the line. He floats it. That's going to be caught. He holds onto the ball. Timeout, Iowa. First down, Hawkeyes. A beautiful catch, but it happened too quickly for me to get the number. And now they're about 4 yards away from conceivable field goal range. 1:03 to go. It's a jet sweep to number 5, and he is dropped for no gain. They are not going to stop the clock. 15 more seconds will run off here. And they're still not close enough for this to be like a feasible kick. "45 seconds to play. Gronowski drops back, throws a little screen. That's going to be caught by number 87. Jukes by a couple of players. It's a good play for that offense, but I don't know his name. 3rd and 3. The clock continues. Oh, no, Iowa State called a timeout because now they are in field goal range of the 32. Gronowski on 3rd and 3. Hands it off to Moulton. Moulton will not get the first down. There's the second timeout for Iowa State. And they're going to have to make this kick from right here, right now. Drew Stevens for the Hawkeyes from 49 yards out to give him the lead. Snap, hold, kick is good. An incredible 49-yard clutch kick from Drew Stevens. And Iowa's up by 3 with just 28 seconds on the clock. And so Rocco Becht, with only 1 timeout, is going to have to pull off a true miracle here. He already made 1 crazy game-tying drive on a wild 4th down. Kick return only to the 16-yard line. They'll have 25 seconds. And this is almost certainly an Iowa win. Unless, of course, Rocco Becht can pull something out of his butt. He throws long. Intercepted! Number 41, who got gashed in the 2-point conversion. It's Jaden Harrell. 7 tackles and a pick for him in this ball game. What a game. What a play for the linebacker. And that is going to be your ball game. The Iowa Hawkeyes will win the last game of the night. And they will take the Battle of the Cy-Hawk Trophy for the second year in a row in Imperialism. There's a step back. He filled the zone, made the play. And Gronowski will wrap this one up. Oh, shoot. The Iowa Hawkeyes win it once again. They're going to keep this trophy in-house. And then Children's Hospital might get one more game later down the line in this tournament. 3 catches, 56 yards, and 2 scores for Caden Weegan in this ballgame. Fantastic game for him. He gets all the love right here at the end. There was his one catch while we were watching. Held onto the ball in a crazy situation for him. As they sing the Iowa alma mater. And we go to the map for one last edit tonight. And avert your eyes, Iowa State fans. You're not going to want to see that color combination. It was an exciting game, but I will leave it at that. Rocco Becht was not the answer. Bye-bye. Go. Pop it up here because that is... There we go. So that is the last edit for tonight. Benjamin Brommer, the leader, 5 catches, 73 yards. He's 6'7". There we go. This is your map. And these are your top 80 teams after 56 battles. We finally have somebody else with an extra life. James Madison becoming the first ever Group of 5 team to do so by beating my beloved Maryland Terrapins. But a bunch of other high-profile results. Kansas and Iowa both getting victories. You have Texas A&M getting a win. Arkansas State getting their second Group of 5 upset of the tournament and expanding further down into the Southeast. And you simply love to see it. Wisconsin beating Minnesota. And they really can't fit. No, they can. Hold on. Yeah, it's going to be where they stay for their logo because they can get a little bit bigger right there. Maybe they can... Like nitpicking this so much they can't get any bigger there. We're just going to pop that back. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is the map. And I will see y'all next week for another 7 eliminations as we get down to the top 73.